What's up, everybody? Welcome to Talking Again podcast. I am your host, Fidel. This is The Tap. Thank you for tuning in, and please make sure and subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to click on the notification bell. You can also find the show on all your popular podcast platforms such as Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, or wherever you listen. Let's get this show started. Adrian Corona, up-and-coming boxer, pro boxer, 1 year.
1 year, 6-0.
It's crazy that you've been fighting every 2 months, pretty much.
Every 2 months, yeah.
I mean, there was a stretch where you went 3 months, but it's pretty much every 2 months.
Every 2 months, yep. Look, there are not a lot of fighters. They get the opportunity to fight every 2 months, but I do, you know.
Yeah.
So I'm blessed, you know.
What kind of training goes into all those fights? I mean, is it a full camp or you fight because you don't really know your opponents, or that's only in the amateur when you don't know your opponent, right?
Yeah, I do know my opponents. Probably like a month before the fight, I get locked in with my opponents.
Not much tape to review and.
Not really, because the guys on fight, they got like 8 fights, you know. So
Same.
I'm watching like 3 fights that are actually on YouTube or on Daily Motion or anything, you know.
So you do kind of try to study as much film as you can.
Yeah, of course. I try to study my opponent, try to see what I could do, how I'm gonna beat this guy, what his weaknesses are, you know.
Yeah. What's the wear and tear on your body from fighting every 2 months? I mean, it seems like you're always training, probably.
I mean, I'm only 19, man. So I mean, I'm still growing.
Yeah,
so,
you
know?
could probably run a marathon. And
I could probably run a marathon and just fight the next day. You know, just
I forgot. 19
only 19
years old, dude.
Yo.
Damn, it's hard to think about. You like last year, you were in high school.
Yeah, last year I graduated, and 2 months later I had my first fight.
Damn, how was that experience for you having your debut fight?
It was an experience because I don't know if you know, but in 2016 I lost my USA boxing license.
Was that because of the incident at Golden Gloves?
Yeah, the Golden Gloves had gone to like a little riot or whatever. They took my boxing license.
Yeah.
So I wasn't able to fight. So when I got into the fight, it was like, you know, like a shock.
Yeah.
Like something I had to get used to again, you know?
Yeah. When you say that you got your license taken away, that meant you just couldn't go pro, or?
I just couldn't fight as an amateur no more. USA Boxing, they revoked my license. They took my dad's license for 10 years.
Oh wow.
So yeah, I can't do anything with the amateurs. So that's why I had to go pro.
Okay, so you that means you're not eligible to fight in like the Olympics.
No.
Is that what that means?
Yes. Even if I could fight in the Olympics, I wouldn't fight in the Olympics.
Oh no, so it doesn't hurt you that much? It doesn't leave a scar? Why wouldn't you fight in the Olympics? You don't want to represent your country?
Not that. It's just you're a professional now. You know, what are you doing trying to fight amateurs? Of course, you're going to, take over the game, but you're going to be like, oh, this guy's a pro, you know? What is he doing?
Is that something that you already had in mind before the Golden Glove incident, or that after the fact?
That's probably after the fact, because I think they came out with it, not too long ago. Yeah. They came out with that fact, huh?
Yeah.
Not too long ago.
So it's kind of like you've already tasted that little bit of that pro lifestyle, so you're like, why go to the amateurs?
Yeah, amateurs and pros, they're just 2 different styles, man. I mean, once you turn pro, you just become something else. I think that's with all fighters.
Yeah. What do you mean you become something else, you said, or?
Yeah, you become something else. Like, you just have like a different way of fighting. It's just not amateurs no more.
Different way of thinking, maybe?
Different way of thinking, different way of fighting, different punches you're gonna throw. Like, even the way you throw your punches is just different.
Yeah.
It's not something you could learn in the amateurs.
How many amateur fights did you have?
I had 14.
14 amateur fights?
12 and 2.
12 and 2.
Yeah.
Do those 2 hurt? You don't remember the 12, but the 2 you remember, or is that?
The 2 I lost once. I went to the Nationals in 2016 and I lost the second round.
Yeah.
So yeah, it got me ranked, but it didn't really hurt because it was a learning experience. You know, it's the first time I ever been to Nationals. Mm-hmm. So I was happy, but but it is what it is. You know. Yeah.
There's we're talking about that. I was talking about that with Mr. Ray Corona. You know Ray Corona?
Yeah, it's my pops, man.
Oh, that's right. I was talking to him just last week, and we were talking about these entitled kids, right? You know, that they all get that participation trophy, and we're not allowing them to learn from their mistakes, you know?
Exactly.
And so that's very important that you said that, you know, at such a young age that you think that way.
You gotta learn how to deal with the good days just as well as the bad days, you know?
Right. Because, I mean, they're all learning experiences,
yeah,
right?
Exactly. You learn everything.
Yeah. So, with that said, how important is it for you to have that or keep that Ole record?
It's very important. I think for every professional fighter, every young prospect, keeping that O is very important.
Is it?
Yeah.
Why? Personally to you?
Just because it's entitlement. You know, you don't got nothing else to. You don't got a belt. You don't got nothing else. You got that zero.
Yeah.
You know.
You don't think it's gonna create pressure on you? Trying to maintain that O.
I think it creates pressure for everyone, but that's when the best parts of you come out under pressure.
Yeah. It kind of molds you and keeps you.
Yeah, it molds you. It keeps you in line mostly.
Yeah. It's tough. No, I you know, that's that one question that everybody keeps talking about right now is keeping that O. How important it is to these young kids when some of the old timers are saying it's not that important. You know, you get your first loss. But then again, you think about the greats like Chavez. How many did he go? You know, he was like 50 something and no.
Yeah, he had a lot of fights.
Or I don't even know how he was. Yeah, a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, it's important, like you said, to have that O record. But I just feel like sometimes it might create a little bit of pressure on people.
It does create pressure. Don't get me wrong. It does create pressure, but
you're saying pressure is good though.
Yeah, pressure is good. In your case. Yeah.
Everyone's different though, right?
Yeah, everyone's different, but to me, it creates it creates a pressure. To me, it creates a hunger.
Yeah. When do you see yourself slowing down as far as your fights? Right now, you're 2 months in, 3 months. I think this last one you had was about 3 months ago.
I mean,
how does that typically work? Is that something normal? Like when you get started, you do 2 months a fight.
Well,
or a fight every 2 months.
My stablemate Luis Feliciano, he fights probably like every 4 to 5 months if he gets lucky, you know. So I mean, I think it just all depends on your fight, on the fighter, and the promotion.
Yeah. Was it because do you think getting fights for him is a little tougher, or? Yeah,
he's a beast, man. Yeah. Not a lot of guys want to fight him.
Especially when they're up and coming, you know.
Yeah, he's a prospect right now. He just won the NABF.
Okay, nice.
Yep.
So you pretty excited about your next fight?
Yeah, I'm excited about my next fight. Hell yeah, it's gonna be a good fight.
November 27th.
October 27th.
Oh, sorry, October.
Yeah, October 27th.
I wrote November 27th. It is October 27th.
Yeah, like 2 weeks away, man.
Yeah, 2 weeks away.
Under 2 weeks.
At the Avalon. It's not the first time you fight there, though, right?
Nah, it's probably like the 6th time. Because I had 6 fights. I only fought one time at a 360 at the Commerce Casino.
Yeah. How you like that event, that venue? I've never been to it.
It's a cool venue. It's real small, but it's a good venue. It looks real nice. It's cool.
It's a good turnout.
Yeah, it's a good turnout. I think every show they sell out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this one's close to selling out.
Yeah, right? This one's already close to selling out. Yeah.
You got any tickets left over for anybody that wants to buy them?
Sold out.
Damn. Yeah. Is that how it works though? When you get fights like that, you gotta sell your own tickets, or?
Yeah, you gotta sell your own tickets basically.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. How many tickets? What's your quota?
I get 100 tickets.
You sold all 100 tickets?
This time I only got like 60 tickets, but I sold 60 already.
Yeah. It's not hard for you to sell?
Well, I have a big sponsorship from the Teamsters, and they really help me out. They buy a lot of tickets for me.
Oh, that's good. Team Corona shows up then, huh?
Yup, yes sir.
There you go. Who's your opponent?
My opponent's Emmanuel Castro.
Have you studied him, obviously, right?
Yeah, I studied him. I actually sparred him once at Maywood Boxing Club.
Yeah.
I was supposed to fight him a couple months ago, but we didn't end up taking the fight. But I think we build enough to where we're gonna take the fight now.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. What's your opinion in sparring? You know, they say that that's very sacred. You know, people talk about. I've heard stories that phones get taken away, and there's some people still manage to videotape it. Or
I don't videotape any.
We can't say videotape anymore because there's no more tapes. Record.
Yeah, I don't like to record any of my fights or any of my sparring sessions. I don't like any other people recording any of my other sparring sessions either.
It's a little taboo, right?
I mean, it is taboo, but you got a lot of these new kids. They don't care about that. You know, there's no rules for them.
Yeah. That kind of sucks because I know. I mean, you know, people talking crap about, oh, I knocked him out in sparring, but isn't sparring just practice? Like right now, my kid's at a scrimmage game, at a baseball scrimmage game, and he's talking about, I gotta win. I'm like, no, get your workout in, kid.
Exactly.
You know?
Sparring's one thing, but when you get into that fight, it's something, you know, it's different.
Right.
Exactly.
It's like that. What was that? Leo Santa Cruz, right? With Abner Mades. Almost a year ago, right? I think they sparred and Abner was talking shit, and then
the fight's a completely different.
Yeah, whole different story.
Yeah, it's a whole different story, man.
I mean, I wouldn't know, but
yeah,
you know, that bag, don't let it fool you, man. It takes some punishment.
Real talk, man. I'm looking at it right now.
Is it tempted when you walk around and want to hit a bag?
Yup, I just anywhere I go, I'm shadowboxing, man.
Yeah, it's a good workout, huh?
Yeah, yup.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about the direction of boxing. you come from a pretty long lineage of boxing. I know your uncles fought, right? Your dad did some boxing.
Mm-hmm.
You're being trained by old school Ben Lira, right?
Yep.
Shout out.
Shout out Ben Lira.
I'm sure he's talked to you about the boxing from back in the day, all the stories. Do you feel it's a major change, the way it is now? The more protected the fighter is now, as opposed to just going out there and phone booths.
I think now it's more of a sweet science more than a phone book fight.
Mm-hmm.
I think more of these fighters are now trying to hit and not get hit.
Of course.
More,
Yeah.
Where before it was just let's fight. Everyone wants to see a fight.
Yeah. Let the toughest
Yeah,
man win or
I guess
whatever.
that's the part that's changed.
Yeah. What about the analytic part of it? Just like in sports, I mean, you're a sports fan, right? You played a little bit in high school.
Mm-hmm.
There's more analytics in sports now. Same thing
Yeah.
with boxing. I think there's a little bit more analytics now.
Mhm.
Like the punch stats and all this stuff like that.
Showbox, yep.
Yeah. How does that play into to the game plans when you guys are fighting?
I don't think it really does play into the game plans. That's more just for the fans. I think that's more just for the fans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep them entertained.
Yeah, keep them entertained. Keep them something for them to look at.
Yeah. It kind of throws away that experience of actually watching a fight, because then you're like, oh, I'm expecting this guy to win, and because of this, and so it kind of paints a little narrative in your head as to where the fight's gonna go.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Yeah. What about the business part of it, of the boxing?
Oh man, it's an ugly game. The business part is an ugly game.
I've heard some stories.
Yeah, it's real ugly, man. It's just.
I mean, you're only 1 year in, and you've already experienced some of it.
Yeah, I mean, it's all a business. You think it's just this guy's gonna fight this guy, but it's not that. It's promotion companies that don't want to work with each other or just anything,
Yeah. Is that I mean, what's the reason why you're boxing? Is it to get rich, to get famous? Is it the business? Is it the passion? Was it that? Why
I just got a passion for it, man. I mean, I just love to fight.
Yeah.
It's just something that I've always done since I've been little, whether it's been good or bad.
Yeah. I know you played a little bit of football.
Yeah, I used to play ball back in high school. I played a couple years in high school.
Okay, that's something that you didn't want to. You knew boxing was gonna be the one.
Yeah, because it was either when I was in high school, it was either I was gonna box or I was gonna play football, because either I'm gonna gain all this weight and try to get big, or I'm gonna stay in my weight class and try to box.
Yeah.
And I seen that I had more talent in boxing.
Yeah.
So I just stuck with boxing.
Did you ever try training like MMA or any other kind of martial art?
I took jiu-jitsu for 2 years at Millennia in Ontario, but nothing really too major.
Not for you. You didn't like it.
Yeah, I didn't like it. I didn't like all the touching, the grabbing, all the rolling around.
What about transitioning to like MMA? You never thought about anything?
No, I never thought about that. I mean, I like boxing, man. I like the hands.
The hands. Yeah, let the hands go.
Yep.
That hand speed. There's a lot of different weapons in MMA.
Yeah, it's like a street fight with rules.
A street fight with rules. Exactly. I remember when I started watching MMA back in the days. There was like 3 rules: no eye gouging, no fish hooks, and maybe no pulling hair. I don't know what it was. That third rule, but yeah, it's changed. It's not the same as it was before back in the day. But so you say you did some jiu-jitsu. That's how you got some of your workout in. What about these boxers, or some of these boxers that are trying to transition over to MMA? They're thinking that they can go and knock people out, as long as they're protecting that. I mean, do you ever think about anything like that?
Well, I mean, if I was fighting you not, and I'm an MMA guy, and I know you're coming from boxing, I'm not gonna stand up with you.
Right.
The first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take you down.
Yeah.
Take you somewhere where you don't know what you're about to get into.
Yeah.
So I mean, it goes both ways.
Yeah. I'm trying to transition over to Zuffa. Has boxing now, right? Zuffa Boxing. Zuffa owns UFC and your MMA.
Okay.
So they started Zuffa. Dana White, he started boxing.
Okay.
I think he already had his first, one of his first events.
Yeah, I think Golden Boy started having MMA events too.
Golden Boy did an MMA event. Yeah. What do you think about doing that? Like, as far as transitioning to getting? I mean, I know you're 360 right now, and everything's going good. But have you ever thought of doing anything like a co-promotion thing like that?
If it comes, then it comes. If the money's there and the business is right, then it's gonna happen.
That's that whole business that's coming in.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not just, that's the thing is a lot of people like to think about boxing like, oh, this guy's running, this guy's ducking, but you do have to take care of yourself, right? I mean, you're not just gonna jump into any fight.
Exactly. Yeah.
You gotta be a little bit smart about it too, right?
Exactly.
So, your casual fans that are talking about these guys that are ducking, do you feel that at your stage right now, where you're 6-0, you take any comers, or are you also picking your fights?
I think any fighter's gonna pick their fights. I mean, it's just a business, That's all I can say about it. It's just it's not just I'm gonna fight this guy. It's a business.
Yeah.
There's a logic to every decision that you make as a boxer.
Yeah. If it makes sense, right?
Yeah, if it makes sense, yeah, exactly.
If it makes sense, it makes dollars. Is that
yes,
the old saying? Yeah. Have you thought or put any thought to like your post-fighting career? I know you're just getting started and you're getting your feet wet right now, but you're so young, knowing that you're eventually going to have to exit the sport that you love and that has probably taken care of you for years. Have you put any thought to what you're going to do in the post-boxing career?
I was always taught by my pops, always have a plan B,
Right.
Never put all your eggs in one basket. So actually right now I'm attending Chafee College for my criminal justice degree.
Yeah.
So yeah, that would be plan B. If this boxing game don't work out, I'm gonna be on the streets, man.
Not so much that it doesn't work out, because I mean, knock on wood, right? We never want that. I would like to see you successful. I want to see you in that big stage eventually one day. But let's just say it's time for you to retire. You've had a good, successful career. Anything after that, or is it fly away to the sunset
if hopefully I make some money in this boxing game, just invest it, invest it, just so I don't have to go work a 9 to 5. I could be home sleeping and my money would be making itself.
Yeah. Any thoughts of doing any commentating?
I like to do some commentating. I just got to get better with my talking skills,
Well, this is where here. This is your podcast.
This is the practice right here.
This is not the first podcast that you've done, right?
Nah, it's like the second, I think.
Also, Beat the Count was your first one?
Yeah, Beat the Count was my first podcast, man. I didn't really know what to do, I just kind of,
Well, the good thing is that you had, like your dad likes to talk, and then Ben, he's not no shy to the microphone either. So, and then those guys they're studs. This is a little homage to those guys out there right now. Shout out to Sean.
Yeah, shout out.
Look it up. No basket of peanuts though. Sorry.
No basket of peanuts. It's cool, man.
Oh man, I'm breaking the fourth wall right now. Your nickname. You still going Bam Bam with a nickname?
Nah, I'm still looking for a nickname.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Can we give you one right here?
You could try, man.
Coco?
Coco?
Don't do Coco.
Scrappy Coco?
Scrappy Coco. No, don't do Coco. I like your Instagram though. _2 cold Corona.
Yeah, 2 cold Corona. Yeah, I was thinking about using 2 cold too, but I mean, it's all up in the air right now.
Yeah. Why did you choose 2 cold Corona? Because I mean, you could never have too cold of enough of a Corona. But
exactly.
Is that why?
Exactly. That's exactly why.
So when you're training, do you when you turn 21, do you plan on drinking while you're training? That was a terrible question because I forgot you're only 19.
Yeah, I'm only 19 right now, man. But see, it's no beer for me in camp,
Just water and
peanuts.
Yeah. How's your diet?
My diet is good. My mom, she meal preps for me, so
cool.
She's making me like a little piece of chicken, some asparagus, just set it up for the week.
Yeah, you're pretty strict with that because I know that's like the main thing. Everybody's talking about dieting, meal plans.
Yeah, that's the biggest fight in the camp, making weight, man. It's just it's real tempting to just go out and eat a pizza and just
burger,
drink a soda. It's real easy. It's super hard to make weight.
Have you had any issues with making weights?
Not in my past fights, but I know that I'm still growing.
Yeah.
I know that right now I'm at 130. I might move up to 135 in the future, but it just all depends on my body and how I grow.
Yeah. I seen that last photo you just posted on your story today. What's the date today? The 15th?
Yeah.
October 15th. Yeah, you just posted this. It's because this is not going to air till like the 22nd. That's why. But you just posted that story. You're looking pretty ripped, dude.
Yeah, man. A lot of strength conditioning, man, every week.
How important is that to you right now, strength conditioning?
That's real important to me because I'm still like a boy, Yeah. I don't got my manpower yet. Yeah. That's why I only got one knockout, but it's because I'm fighting these grown men,
Yeah.
I'm still a young boy.
You're 19.
still a young bull.
Yeah.
You know, but don't get me wrong, I still got a lot of power.
Yeah.
I still got a lot of hit like a man.
Who's the oldest your oldest opponent?
My oldest opponent, I think it's the guy that I'm about to fight. He's 36.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
But I fought someone 33, 26, 28.
those are all grown men. Yeah.
Those are all grown
manpower.
men. Some
Yeah.
of them in their prime. You know, just I'm only 19.
Yeah. It must feel pretty good though, knowing that you can hang with those big boys.
Yeah, it
right
does.
now, right?
It does. It feels real good.
Yeah.
Gives me confidence.
How's your stable? Some of your stable mates, the training that goes involved there.
Right now I'm training with Luis Feliciano, man, and
Right.
he's right now he's at a very important part in his career where any little loss it really affect him. So right now he's training like a beast.
Oh yeah.
And I gotta train like a beast right there with him.
That's good though, right?
That's good. It's very
keeps
good.
You guys both in the
Yeah,
same.
he pushes me. I push him. It just works out, you know.
Yeah. Just you two right now that are kind of like working.
Yeah, with Ben. Yup.
Toe to go.
Them Lera boys.
Yeah. How's working with Ben?
It's cool, man. He got a lot of experience under him. He has a lot of. That's I think is the best factor about Ben is just the experience he has. He knows how to win.
Yeah. How about the nostalgic feeling of your dad actually training with Ben when he was a young buck?
Yeah, that is crazy, huh?
It's a little crazy, right? Your brother's training.
My brothers, my older brother, and now me, you know?
And I heard you got a little 5-year-old nephew that's in the ring now, too.
Yeah, he's in the ring. Yeah, you go check out my Instagram. I got a video of him.
I saw that thing, man.
Yep.
He looks pretty good.
Little beast, huh?
Yeah. But it's crazy. It is crazy that one person like Ben, for example, that can just kind of carry that stable of fighters that he's had since, you know,
yeah,
over 20 years ago that your dad was out there, right?
Yup, long time ago.
Yeah. And your brothers, I know the youngest one, well, I mean, after you is he's in the service right now?
Yeah, the one above me.
Right.
My older brother, yeah, he's in the service right now. He's actually stationed in Hawaii.
Sorry, I forgot his name out. Maybe
Anthony.
Anthony,
Yup, that's his name, yup.
So he's in the service. He did boxing too, right?
Yeah, he did boxing. All my brothers, they've done boxing, but I'm the only one that went pro.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So you're the only one went pro. I thought you had one that the cop.
Nah, he never went pro.
He
He's just amateur. Yeah, amateur.
Okay, right on. Dude. So Ben Lira, did he tell you any stories of your dad and what not to do? Because I know your dad came in here talking about
not to throw the jab like my pops. This is about it, man.
Your dad's hardened himself, man. He's really hardened himself with his boxing career.
Yep.
He was saying that he had a hard time making weight. But again, that kind of goes into that whole the meal prep. You know, the direction of boxing, the way it's taken now, it's not just like you just said earlier. It's a sweet science.
Exactly.
It's not just go out there and throw some blows.
Yep.
You know, like get any Joe blow.
That's not how they're fighting no more. You know,
no,
it's all a mind game.
Yeah, and you start from very young age. Well, some people start late still, right?
Yeah, so a lot of fighters start late. Deontay Wilder, I mean, Anthony Joshua, they all started like 18, 20, and look at them now, you know, champions.
Right. Yeah. What do you think about Andy Ruiz?
Andy Ruiz, I mean, fool's a beast. Hopefully he beats that fool Joshua again, man.
Yeah, man.
I think he could do it.
Oh, no, he definitely has all the talent to do it. I mean, he did it before. He already did it once, but and it wasn't no fluke. I mean, how many times did he drop him? You know what I mean? But forget about all that. I see him, Andy, and I hope his head is on right because he's got all this, like he's flocking all this jewelry and his
true.
car.
That's I think about that too. You know, like I hope he's staying on track. I hope he's not taking it for granted.
Yeah, because that's the distraction. You know, like and you know you hear people talk about it's the other camp that's throwing that stuff out there to him. You know, getting them all these interviews, trying to get him distracted. I mean, I don't know how far stretched that is, but it could be a big problem.
Yeah, it could be a big problem. You're not concentrated for a big fight like that. It's gonna cause issues.
And then in fighting in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah,
right?
That's where all the money is, man. That's why.
Exactly.
Big money over there in Saudi Arabia.
That's gold money right there.
That's oil money.
Oil money, exactly. Yep. Damn. Well, we were talking about the direction of boxing. What I was trying to allude to was everybody seems like they need to be talking shit about their opponent. You know, that creating that conflict. Maybe you don't even have any, but you just got to create it just to kind of stir it up.
Yeah, I think that's just to sell tickets, you know, to stir up the pot a little bit, you know.
Have you noticed that it is kind of starting to create more problems, though? I mean, we just saw it with, what's her name? She calls herself the GWOAT. What's her name? Clarissa Shields. Mm-hmm. I'm not sure if you heard, but when she was out there weighing in, her opponent's trainer got punched in the face.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the guy was in critical condition. He fell hard in his face.
Oh, I did hear about that. Yeah, I
So,
did hear about that.
Yeah, and she's getting a lot of heat about not apologizing and this and that, but that's not the point. The point I'm trying to make is it was stirred up by shit talking.
Yeah, you're gonna
back and forth, and
you're gonna play with fire. You're gonna get burnt, man.
Exactly.
Exactly.
So I mean, it's not the safest thing to do.
Yeah.
And why not? I mean, I'm a fan of when I say I'm a fan of boxing, I just want to watch the fight, and I'm gonna take your dad's advice and turn down the volume, and just watch the fight.
Yeah, because commentary, they throw a lot of stuff out there that's just not true. That they never been in the ring. It's just different.
Paint their own narrative. So
exactly.
It just kind of takes you off. You're out there yelling, stuff out that they're yelling out, or your mind's thinking, yeah. But I don't see. It's entertaining. It is entertaining, the shit talking, but I think it just needs to stop there. Shit talking, and that's it. But you can't control the people around you.
Exactly.
And that's the problem right now.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Have you, with that said, have you brushed up on your shit talking?
I don't like to shit talk, man. I mean, where I'm from, that you shit talk. You don't throw wolf tickets.
No, yeah.
It's all business. You know.
Right.
That's just how I was raised.
Yeah, I mean that should be pretty. It should be pretty threatening and pretty scary for an opponent to hear. But I mean, we're talking about kids your age. Not everybody, because you're not like this, but entitled kids that feel that this is normal. I could talk shit to somebody. And you've seen it right now. I mean, it happens all over schools, high schools, most importantly. Yep. Kids getting beat up and bullied
on Instagram, behind the screen,
right.
Talking shit. Just that's them. Not me.
Yeah, those Twitter fingers. That's why you stay out of Twitter and Facebook and all that, right?
Yep, exactly, man.
Keep it to Instagram.
Exactly.
So what are we gonna do about getting your content up on Instagram?
I gotta get on top of it, man. I mean,
we need to get you
I'm just a busy guy,
Yeah, right. You say you have a full-time job too.
Yeah, I work. Yeah, I do.
How are you able to manage all that? I mean, you don't have. When do you have time to just?
It's just once I get home from the gym, I'm brushing, go to work.
Walk me through to a day of.
A day of my life. I get up at like 6, 7. I go run. Run a couple miles, 4 miles, 5 miles. I come home, eat a little breakfast, take my vitamins, drink some water, and then I head out. I live in Rialto.
Yeah.
So I had to drive an hour to South El Monte every day. So I drive an hour to South El Monte, get there about 12, work out with my guys for like 4 hours, hop in the car. Takes me like 2 hours to get home. Right when I get home, hop in the shower, eat my meal prep, head off to work, get off of work like 10, just go home, go to sleep.
Damn. So, yeah, you're only sleeping. I mean, well, it took 8 hours of sleep. That's good.
That's all you need.
You're getting the right amount of sleep. That's good. But it doesn't give you much time for Adrian just to kind of hang out and chill.
Yeah, and that's why I'm not on Instagram all the time. I just, I got to get things done.
Yeah, we need to get you a camera crew to just follow you from 6 in the morning all the way to 10.
I need a 24/7 about me, man.
That's right. Why not? Let's do it.
Real time.
Let's get somebody out there.
One day, man.
I know some people. We'll get you started on that. So did you grow up in Rialto? Is that where you?
Yeah, that's where I grew up.
That's where, since you're a little kid, you grew up out there, and then your parent with your brothers and everything, they all grew up in that area too.
Yep.
Okay. So the IE.
The IE.
Is it the IE?
Yes, sir.
Inland Empire, right?
Yep.
Yeah. How was it growing up over there?
It's cool. I mean,
I'm a San Gabriel Valley guy, SUVs. So.
Yeah, just a different type of ghetto out there. It's not like the ghetto out here. It's a different type of ghetto out there.
How have you managed to stay away from all that stuff?
I mean, you just gotta bite down and sacrifice. It's all about what you want,
You look like a very proud person. A lot of pride is always like the biggest problem and the biggest defeat to somebody.
Mm-hmm.
How's it that you're able to bite your tongue, like you said?
I mean, I just know I'm about the business,
You're looking at that long.
I'm looking at the long picture. I'm looking at growing up. I see what just sitting there and not doing nothing. I see what becomes of it.
Yeah.
I see what becomes of just being ghetto and just not doing nothing, being ignorant.
Yeah.
So I don't want that for myself. I want to be something. I want to do something. I want to provide.
Yeah. Who's your biggest mentor?
My biggest mentor, Nipsey Hussle, man.
Nipsey Hussle?
Young Nipsey.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, huh? I never met the guy as far as like his work. You know,
Yeah,
I was never into it. I know it was for me. It was like that Selena. You know.
Oh yeah,
like
Selena?
I was never into Selena until she died, and then I was like, all right, Selena.
Yeah, yup.
Same thing with Nipsey.
Yup.
So, as far as personal around you, like, do you have anybody around you that's keeping you on your toes?
My pops, man. I mean, he's been through it. Been through the gangbang. Been through jail, prison. I mean, look at him now. You know.
Right.
Rent free. It's my biggest motivation right there. My pops, man. I got mad love for him.
Yeah. How important is it for you to have something like that in your life?
It's very important. I mean, when you're young, you learn off of seeing your parents. You know, you learn off of. That's how you learn.
Right.
Through the vision, through seeing them, and through seeing him, and it built me a lot. It gives me a lot of motivation.
Yeah. I like that. So what's your what's the next move after this October 27th fight? Do you have anything else coming up? Or
nothing else coming up. I mean, just one fight at a time. Hopefully something big will come.
And then you were with Tom, was it Loeffler?
Well, I'm not signed to anyone right now, but right now, yeah, I'm working with Tom Loeffler.
Okay. How does that work, dude? Someone just picks you up, or do you go to them? Or
you just kind of go to them. They come to me. No, I don't have no manager. Nothing. Damn. I got Ben.
Ben's right now watching over you.
Yep.
That's good. I mean,
that's all I need, man.
Yeah. That's good though, because you hear some of those stories of these guys that start signing these deals, especially like from third world countries. You know, they come out here, or like, you know, Mexico. I don't know if it's third world anymore. It's maybe second. If that's even the world. But no, seriously, like, you get people like fighters from Mexico that come out here and they sign the first deal that gets thrown at them.
Yeah, man. They end up getting raped off it, man.
Yeah.
So I mean, you just gotta be smart. You gotta pick and choose, you know.
So you're not in a hurry right now to sign?
Nah, I'm not in a hurry. I got time on my side, you know. I'm only 19. I still got a lot of growing to do. I don't really have a lot of amateur experience, so I'm learning as I go, you know.
All right. So who was your biggest who was the boxer that you admired or you emulate your fights to?
You know who I really liked when I was young, growing up? Diego Corrales.
Oh yeah, Diego Corrales. Yeah,
I really liked him, man.
Fights.
Yep, some great fights, some beautiful fights.
Yeah, tough dude.
Yep.
Yeah.
Rest in peace to him too, man.
Yeah. That's right. I think he had a little bit more left in the tank, but he just that's it, huh? Like, those few losses that he had towards the end, just really those brutal losses, man.
Yeah.
So we definitely talked about that defense, right? Not getting hit. It's happened. I mean, some of these guys are just, you know, they're in there, they're fighting, and they're taking those really bad hits. Have you talked to that with your corner as far as like when is, you know, time to throw in the towel kind of thing? Is that something that you guys talk about? Yeah,
it's something we all talk about. You know, when it's time, it's your time. You know, you don't want to go home. You still got family. You still got, you know, hopefully a wife. You still got kids. You know, you still need to provide for them. So when it's your time, it's your time. You know, you tried, you did your best, and you still want to go home to your family.
Right. Yeah. Most important, right?
Yeah. Most importantly.
Yeah. Oh wow! I'll tell you, Adrian. I'm hoping hope for the best for you on all your endeavors.
Thank you, man.
And thanks for coming out here.
No problem, man. Thank you for having me.
Of course, man. Anything that you want to throw out there right now before we sign off?
Just be on the look for me, man. I'm coming and I'm hungry.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Follow him on his Instagram.
Yeah, follow me on IG, man.
What is it?
_2 cold Corona.
_2 cold Corona. Your dad had a hard time with that one.
Yeah, he always does, man.
He's like, what is that? I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
_. There you go. Well, thanks a lot, Adrian. I wish you the best of luck.
Yeah, thank you, man. Thank you for having me.
Take care.